In the peaceful town of Belmere, nestled between rolling green hills and quiet streams, lived a man named Edward Halbridge. Edward was the town's richest man, having inherited a modest estate from his father and grown it into a flourishing chain of mills and trading posts. Despite his immense wealth, Edward remained humble and generous, often walking the dusty paths of Belmere in plain linen clothes, offering aid to whoever needed it. Edward was a quiet king in Belmere, not through power, but through love. He paid for the town school, funded the clinic, and ensured no family went hungry in the winter. If a farmer's barn burned down, Edward sent men and would to rebuild it. When a child fell ill, he rode through the night to bring doctors from the city. People adored him not just for what he gave, but for how he gave, without pride, without noise, as though it was simply what one human owed another. But not everyone saw good in Edward. His younger brother, Charles Halbridge, lived in the shadows of Edward's legacy, where Edward was thoughtful and deliberate. Charles was restless and consumed by comparison. He believed he deserved half, if not more, of what Edward had built. "Without me," he often muttered drunkenly at the tavern, "he'd still be toiling in father's shed." The truth was, Charles had left Belmere years ago in pursuit of fast riches in the city, only to return broke, bitter, and buried in gambling debts. Edward, with characteristic patience, welcomed him home, gave him a house, and even made him a partner, albeit a silent one, in his business. But to Charles, charity felt like insult. One autumn evening, as Belmere prepared for the annual Harvest Festival, an event Edward had funded for 20 years, Charles made his move. Edward had invited him for dinner, planning to sign over a portion of his estate to Charles permanently. It was a gesture of final peace. But Charles came with poison in his pocket and envy in his heart. Edward died that night, slumped over his study desk with a cup of wine untouched beside him. At first, the town mourned what they thought was a heart attack. The bells rang. Children wept. Farmers carried candles through the streets. It was the town doctor who suspected foul play, and eventually the truth spilled like ink from a broken bottle. Evidence was found. Charles was arrested. At his trial, Charles said only one thing: he took everything. Even when he gave, he took something from me. The town never forgave him, nor did they forget Edward. A statue now stands in the square, a simple figure with one hand open and one hand raised, as if to say, "Take what you need and walk tall." Edward's legacy didn't die with him. The school he built educated generations. The clinic he funded saved lives. And in every home where kindness lived. So to the memory of the man who gave everything and lost his life to someone who never understood what it meant to truly have,